Zimbabwe Agricultural Show. Ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate His Excellency Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa for his election as the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe for a second term. I wish you all the best, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of the year, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society launched its annual theme, Sustained Growth, Adaptation, Productivity, Linkages, to rally support for the cause of agriculture and attended value chains for increased production, productivity, and profitability. This theme is timely, for it raises awareness among agricultural value chain stakeholders of the opportunities and advantages of utilizing modern technology for enhanced agricultural productivity in a climate change era. The Zimbabwe Agricultural Show, in line with increased national production, has continued to grow. The total exhibition space taken up this year is 74,000 square meters compared to 65,000 last year. The number of exhibitors has jumped to 520 from the 450 we had last year, while the number of foreign exhibitors of entries in livestock section hosting 395 animals, which include cattle, pigs, sheep, goats, rabbits, fish, and poultry. The other sections have also fared very well, with 1,740 entries in the agri-produce section compared to 275 last year. 45 entries in the cotton section compared to 30 in 2022, and 90 tobacco section entries, whereas in 2022 there were only 30. Now, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, there were also a number of business conferences that were held during the show week. On Monday, 28 August, the Society partnered with the Diplomatic Network Club to host a Climate Smart Agriculture Breakfast Conference. And on Tuesday, 29 August, there was a business forum hosted by Zimtrade and the Society for Delegates from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The 11th edition of the annual National Agribusiness Conference, co-organized by the Society and the National Economic Consultative Forum, was held on Wednesday, 30th August, under the theme, Sustained Growth, Climate and Technology Adaptation, Productivity Linkages. A mining and agriculture interface was held on the 1st of September under the theme, Emerging Best Practices in Mining and Agriculture. Other activities and sports activities included the National School Quiz and the School's Rugby Tournament. Earlier in the year, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society, in conjunction with the CBZ Holdings and the Financial Gazette, organized the 4th edition of the Zimbabwe Annual Agricultural Sector Survey. The survey, which gathers the sector-wide, in-depth, objective, authoritative, and independent data on agriculture, agribusiness, machinery, equipment, irrigation, climate change, investment markets, and comparative data from regional economies to inform our stage of growth, highlight our challenges, and illuminate investment opportunities in agriculture. Again, earlier in the year, the society, in partnership with Magic Consultancy, held the Zimbabwe Agriculture Media Awards ceremony to strengthen relationships between players in the agricultural chain and the media houses, and to deepen the understanding of key agricultural concepts, issues, and challenges by the media. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society has continued to seek ways of adding value to and also getting value from its assets. The prime example of this is the construction of the ZAS shopping mall, whose completion date is end of July 2024. The society is also still actively pursuing the development of the proposed ZAS Convention Center and a hotel project consisting of a 15,000-seater conference facility and a 200-bed hotel. These proposed developments carried out following a master plan to develop the showgrounds into a world-class contemporary exhibition and business facility will enhance the appeal of the society's flagship event, the annual Agricultural Show, accommodate more exhibitors, sponsorship, branded entertainment, and business conferences. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the ZAS Council, management, and the staff, our partners, Zim Gold, Econet, Mwana Group, Zimra, Net1, and ZB Bank, and the exhibitors, especially the private sector, parastatals, and government institutions, who have continued to show confidence in the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show as a platform for engaging with the various stakeholders, customers, and the Zimbabweans at large, even during the hard times of our economy. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to all the exhibitors and show goers, the city of Harare, and various stakeholders and members of the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society Council. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, it is now indeed a pleasure and my singular honor to invite our esteemed guest of honor, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, to officially open the 113th edition of the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show and present prizes to our befitting competition winners. Your Excellency said,
pray, be seated. The Director of Ceremonies, the First Lady, Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa, the Vice President and Minister of Health and Child Care, Honorable General Retired Dr. C. Gideon Chiwenga, the Second Secretary and Vice President of ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, National Chairman of the ruling party and Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs, Honorable C.Z. Mchinguri Kashiri, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Advocate Jacob Mudenda, President of the Senate, Honorable Amai Chinomona, President of the National Chiefs Council, Honorable Senator Chief Muchana Kumalo, the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Honorable Dr. Anxious Masuka, and the Honorable Ministers here present, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Mishek Swanda, Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. Vincent Ungwe, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Matibiri, senior government officials here present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, presidents of farmers' unions, distinguished exhibitors and farmers, leaders of political parties who may be here, captains of industry and commerce here present, Zimbabwe Agricultural Show Council, management and staff, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. It is my singular honor and privilege to preside over the official opening of this 113th edition of the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show. Allow me, on behalf of the government people of Zimbabwe, and indeed on my own behalf, as patron of the Zimbabwe Agriculture Show, to warmly welcome our exhibitors and visitors, including those from Africa and beyond. Your participation at this premier agriculture event reflects our invaluable synergies, which must be nurtured towards consolidating national food security and sovereignty, as well as knowledge and technology sharing at national, continental, and global levels. The theme of this 113th edition of the Agriculture Show is, and I quote, sustained growth, adaptation, productivity, and linkages, end of quote. It encapsulates our vision for agricultural development through comprehensive policies for agriculture modernization, mechanization, and value chain development. In this regard, focus remains on guaranteeing food security and sovereignty as the basis upon which we build a solid, sound economy. Enhancing national capabilities to insulate the agriculture sector from climate change-induced weather fluctuations, while also strengthening adaptation and resilience by our communities, is equally critical. The unparalleled growth witnessed in our country's agriculture sector over the past 4 years must be sustained. The previous target of US $8.2 billion by December 2022 was surpassed when we achieved a $9.9 billion US. This has necessitated an upward revision of the target to US 13.75 billion agriculture sector by 2025. This unprecedented growth is a result of the robust and resilient agriculture sector driven by climate-proofed production and productivity. The Pfumbudza Intwasa program and presidential input scheme, among other interventions, have contributed to both household and national food security. Over the past 3 seasons, we have produced above our country's annual cereal requirements of 2.2 million metric tons. Under the Accelerated Irrigation Development and Rehabilitation Program, the center has to date realized 204,000 hectares under irrigation from 173,000 hectares in 2020. We are on course to achieve the target of irrigating 350,000 hectares by 2025. Meanwhile, water conveying and development irrigation schemes, particularly around newly constructed dams, will be top priority going into the future for sustained growth trends as well as climate-smart agriculture-related solutions. Zimbabwe is now wheat self-sufficient over and above the bamba, maize, and traditional grain harvests, owing to increased internal agricultural production and productivity. The country achieved a record winter wheat production of 375,131 metric tons from a mere 80,886 hectares planted in the 2022 winter production season. We are again poised to surpass current production levels as 90,192 hectares of wheat were planted during this 2023 winter wheat production season. Similarly, our country achieved a record production of 295 million kilograms of tobacco during the 2022-2023 season. It is worth noting that the bulk of the wheat and tobacco production is coming from A1 and A2 farmers. This is indisputable evidence of the success of our land reform program, as well as the responsive pro-people policies of the Second Republic. As the people of Zimbabwe, we acknowledge and celebrate these milestones by our people. In the livestock sector, the meticulous implementation of the livestock growth plan led to an impressive performance of the livestock subsector. The January disease-induced livestock mortalities decreased by over 47%, while the national beef herd has increased to 5.6 million between the 2021, 2022, and 2022-2023 season. Additionally, the national dairy herd increased by 11.39% from 47,825 in 2021-2022 to 53,250 in 22 and 23, while total milk production increased by 15% from 79.6 million liters in 2021-22 to 91.4 million liters in the 2022-2023 season. The 1,495 smallholder dairy farmers benefited from the presidential silage input scheme, which positively impacted overall milk 71.4 million in 2020-2021 to 91.6 million chicks in 21 to 2022. The presidential poultry scheme is accelerating the distribution of chicks to rural households with this growth across all the agriculture subsectors has seen trickle-down effects to the agro-based manufacturing sector, while improved incomes from the farming community has stimulated other sectors of the economy, including SMEs and the construction industry, value chains, among others. I commend and congratulate all farmers and stakeholders in the agriculture sector for these achievements. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my administration is scaling up the implementation of programs for the 2023-2024 agriculture summer cropping season. This includes accelerated implementation of the Rural Development 8.0 model, which among other issues is establishing 35,000 village business units, one in each of the 35,000 villages in our country, establishing 2,400 youth business units, one in each ward, establishing 9,600 school business units, one in each school, and indeed establishing 460 irrigation scheme business units, one at each of our 460 irrigation schemes. No one, and in no place will be left behind. Going forward, it is my expectation that the singleness of purpose and the hard work ethic, which have become synonymous with this sector, will see us realize the revised targets in our agriculture and food transformation strategy. As an agro-based economy, I urge all Zimbabweans to recognize that we are interdependent across all sectors of our economy on agriculture. The agriculture sector performance by all categories of farmers affects other sectors of our economy, including manufacturing value chains, tourism, SMEs, among others. All our people are important, no matter where they live or their economic activity. This is the unity, love, respect, and harmony that must be nurtured in our country, our motherland, Zimbabwe. I therefore invite our communities and stakeholders alike to take advantage of this annual Zimbabwe Agricultural Show to learn exchange ideas, share experiences, and market products as we build a resilient, vibrant, robust, and prosperous economy in spite of sanctions. As I conclude, I would like to once again commend the people of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe, for the unity, the peace, the tolerance, and the love which continues to be exhibited following our successful 2023 harmonized general elections. Now that the elections are behind us, let us put shoulders to the wheel with the similar unity of purpose and resolve as we develop, modernize, and industrialize our country, our motherland, to attain Vision 2030. May I congratulate all farmers and exhibitors who have won prizes in their respective categories. I wish this sector continue to succeed. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the 113th edition of the Zimbabwe Agriculture Show officially open. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I now wish to invite you, Your Excellency, to present the prizes to the winners.
I'm going to ask All right. His Excellency, joined by Mr. Ngoni Kudenga, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show Society President, to present our prizes this afternoon.